Make your point on the News Hour. Join Arnab every night on the News Hour with your question. Ask your question and join the debate.
What's the government's response going to be to Pakistan? Is it going to go beyond mere criticism and taking potshots at the Pakistani leadership? Because now we're given to understand even the Prime Minister of Pakistan has hailed Burhan Wani as a Kashmiri leader.
Well, Anand, this is something which has not been taken in positively by the Indian government, because earlier it was the official spokesperson of the Pakistani government, but this time around, the office of the Pakistani Prime Minister calling Burhan Wani as a Kashmiri leader is something which is just not acceptable to the Indian establishment. We are being told by our sources that this is going to be raked up via a proper diplomatic channel, but what we are being indicated by our government sources is that the relationship between both the countries, and more specifically between both the leaders, Anand, is very sensitive and important. And then amid all of this, if the Prime Minister's Office of Pakistan issues such a statement, it disturbs that. Because if a terrorist is gunned down on either side of the border, that is a positive point for both the governments, because both the governments have said that they are anti-terrorist. But at the end of the day, yet again, it's being proved that not only that Burhan Wani, but several other terrorist attempts are being sponsored and supported from the Pakistani soil, and this is something which the Indian government is just not ready to accept. And on top of it, the Pakistani Prime Minister's office issues a statement calling a terrorist a Kashmiri leader is something which is not only politically but also socially unacceptable to the Indian government.
Now, what does this do to the bonhomie between the two Prime Ministers, Prime Minister Modi and also Nawaz Sharif? Will India take this matter up and also showcase to the world what Pakistan is doing? Because Pakistan's cover is blown. They cannot claim to be victims of terror because that's something which they themselves are fomenting.
Well, Anand, to that, we just can't forget that interview of the Prime Minister of India to our Editor-in-Chief, Arnab Goswami, where he categorically said that whom do you talk to and whom do you trust? So this is something which the Indian government really needs to tackle, because from unexpected drops to Pakistan, from to greetings to on Eid, is something, this is far more important. Because when the Pakistani Prime Minister's office is calling a terrorist a Kashmiri leader, this takes the issue to a completely different level. And this is something which the Indian establishment is understanding now. In that meeting earlier in the day, which was chaired by the Home Minister and the National Security Advisor was also a part of it, we are being told that this very issue was taken into cognizance, and it's only after that we are being told that the MEA has been told to take this issue up with their Pakistani counterparts.